Welcome back. This you are all invited to attend the annual Chef's Best Gala and Fundraiser, an award show held by Food and Friends, a local nonprofit that prepares and home delivers medically tailored meals to those dealing with chronic illnesses.
What an incredible thing. This year's gala is bringing together chefs, mixologists, business leaders, and of course, you all for an evening of good vibes, great food, and much more. We'd like to welcome Executive Director of Food and Friends, Carrie Stoltzfus, for more on what awaits us during the evening. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. It's going to be a wonderful night. Our services to our clients are free. So this event is not only a celebration of our work, but a chance for us to raise the funds to make this work possible.
Wow.
And we're going to be bringing hundreds of community members and our supporters together, 30 restaurants and mixologists, like you said, and it's going to be a wonderful dinner.
Wow.
Incredible. Can you talk a little bit more about Food and Friends?
Absolutely. So our food is tailored to the symptoms and side effects of people who are living with serious and chronic illnesses. Folks who are really struggling to cook and shop on their own, and we provide food that is exactly what they need to be eating, as well as nutrition counseling to help them be as well as they can be at home.
So important. And I wanted to talk more about nutrition counseling because we have an array of amazing food on the table in different colors. We always have dietitians come on the show and talk about eating your colors. So talk about what goes into curating these meals.
Absolutely. So our registered dietitians work with our professional chefs to create 11 different meal plans that we have, and we can actually layer up to 3 of those. So if somebody is going through dialysis, if someone is diabetic or living with heart failure, if someone has chewing and swallowing issues, we can address all of those, and it's the expertise of the dietitians and the chefs together that make the design of all of these possible.
Wow.
That is fantastic, because it's something that I think people, when they develop a chronic illness, sometimes food can be the last thing people think about, even in situations where food is, necessary to be tailored a certain way. So this is great. Then can you talk a little bit about the gala itself? I mean, I know we've talked about the mixologists, the restaurants, but what else can people expect?
Yeah, so it's June 13th at the Washington Convention Center. We have an amazing program. We have both a live and silent auction, so those are other ways to support Food and Friends in addition to purchasing tickets.
Love that, love that. And I'm so obsessed with the meals because you talked about how they are specifically tailored. So tell us about what we see here. Are they packaged where they come cold? Do they come warm? How does that work?
Yeah, so they do come cold. They're frozen. So with these meals, we are sending out a week's worth of food at a time.
Gotcha.
So everything is cooked in our kitchen from scratch and then sealed and frozen, put together by volunteers, and like I said, all designed to meet the individual needs that people have with their illness.
Fantastic. Now, it's Pride Month. I know Food and Friends has roots in the LGBTQ community. Can you talk about that?
Absolutely. Yeah, so actually the original idea of delivering a meal in service of a diagnosis came out of the AIDS community and the LGBT community in the 80s. Those were our first volunteers, staff still are, but really this is the legacy of that community.
Love it, love it. And for people who are watching, they're like, you know what, I might not be able to make it to the gala, but I want to help. Do you take volunteers? Do you take donations? How can somebody do that?
Absolutely, we do. You can go to our website for all of those things. We're always looking for donations, always looking for volunteers at foodandfriends.org. You can take care of all of that and purchase tickets to Chef's Best.
Love it.
And if people are watching this and want to sign up for the program, maybe they didn't know and they have a chronic illness, how do you get involved?
Absolutely. So reach out to your healthcare provider, talk to them about referring you to Food and Friends. We also have a lot of information on our website, including for those who are looking for the service for themselves.
Amazing, amazing. I volunteer for something similar in my hometown of Atlanta. So what do volunteers do? Are they delivering? Are they helping to prepare?
Both. Yes. Okay. A lot of the cooking, chopping, portioning, delivery, all of that is done by not just staff, but our amazing volunteers.
I want to volunteer. This sounds amazing.
And I know we talked about the food on the table a little bit, but I see we have some examples here. Can you take us through maybe one plate? I mean, kind of what's involved in a meal. I know they're specific to the person.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So this is a honey mustard chicken breast with carrots. We have another version that we have with greens. And so what we try to do is start with a menu that we can make adjustments for all of these different meal plans. And so what the side might be, what the starch might be underneath is different depending on what the goals of the dietitians are for each person.
Amazing, amazing. Well, one more time, can you give our audience the website just so they have it before they get on the road?
Yes, absolutely. Foodandfriends.org. Please do that before you do anything else today.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And coming up, DIY activity.